I don't know how the singing is gonna go. We might just forego it. I just
It could just be a
unless Jade.
disaster.
Okay. So everybody press record on your Zooms now. And I'm gonna say one, two, three, clap, and I'm gonna clap when I say clap. So you clap when I clap. So one, two, three, clap. Awesome.
That was terrible.
So
Why the half
hi
white so
Abe.
delayed?
It's
Hello,
fine.
Abe.
Yeah, hi Abe. We have Shanti and Antoinette with us from Around the Way Girls, and we're talking about black stuff. You understand. You know the vibes. I will say I don't know how this intro music thing is gonna work because it's probably just gonna be chaotic, and I'm sure Jade's just gonna scream. So take it away.
Oh Lord.
This is about to be.
It's not even a screaming song. Oh my god. Okay. Oh. He is my king. He is my one. Yes, he's my father. Yes, he's my son. I can talk to him because he understands everything I go through
Boom,
and
boom.
everything I am. That's my support system. I can't live without him. The best thing since sliced
Sliced
bread
bread.
is
Word.
his kiss, his hugs, his
Hugs.
lips, his touch. And I just want the whole world to know about my
Black
Black
nigga,
Brother.
brother.
I
I
love you.
love ya.
I'll
I'll
never
never
try to
try to
hurt you.
hurt you. I
Ah,
want
I
you
want you
to
to know
know
that
that
I'm
I'm
here for
here for
you
you
forever,
forever
true
true.
nigga.
'Cause you're my
oh my God. That I hope she sues y'all.
I hope so.
no. She probably would with her hateful ass.
Right.
Is she notoriously
Angie
hateful?
Stone.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
just made that up. Jay, you just made that up. I see it in your face. You don't know nothing about that lady. That is a sin.
No, it's not.
Shout out to Angie Stone.
Anyway, everybody, welcome back to another black ass episode about this show about nothing. And I totally messed that intro up. Welcome back to the blackest show about nothing. Is Jade and
Pew, pew, pew,
XD.
pew.
Yeah. And we are here with.
Around the way curls.
Around the way.
We are Antoinette and Shanti of Around the Way Curls, where we talk all things love and light and money and dicks because duality is a thing.
It
Hello,
Oh, we were
is.
talking about
kings,
Dick last week.
queens. Oh,
Yeah, sucking dick and cock.
Yeah, at the painting
Fucking
set.
dick.
Yeah, at the
at the
painting
paint.
set.
Y'all went to a paintment?
No, 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 no,
No.
no, no, no. Let us speak.
I couldn't even imagine.
Whoa, whoa.
You know me and
Espérate, mami.
crafts.
Espérate, mami.
Oh, you talking
Whoa.
about the lady at the paint and sip who was
Yes, yes,
that
yes.
was
Oh
wild
God.
times.
Yeah, she was,
Yeah.
Getting her LYFE, at the painting set.
Life.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was an acronym. I was like, oh, why?
No, I saw
Oh,
you
no,
over there.
You saw me confused?
no,
No,
I
getting her
just,
life.
yeah,
That's
her
what that's the
life.
LYFE.
Yeah, she
Life.
was
We've been locked
80.
in. It's tricky.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
So today we decided to give you a collaboration episode here for Black History Month Negro History Month, because that's what we need.
Yeah.
Ashe.
And what's better
Yes.
than three niggas on the podcast?
Wow, thank you.
Y'all are so mean to each
That is so
other.
rude. That's okay.
Oh my gosh.
I heard it wrong. I thought she said 4 at first, and then I heard the 3 and was like, oh, I get
She
it.
Bro.
said
I ain't even get it. I ain't even get the shade. That's all right.
1 + 1 = 2. You know what I'm
Shout out to
saying?
my white moms. during Black History Month.
Shout
I
out.
should talk to my
Yeah.
mom about Black History Month. I have yet to do that.
You should.
Never.
Every
Yeah,
time
I
you
like
talk to her,
mom.
you should say Happy Black History Month. Every time she
Yes.
answers the phone. That's what I've been doing.
That's
You
what
should
I
call
do.
her right
I
now
do.
and say Happy Black History
I
Month.
should
Y'all
have
do
that.
not know Bad Barbs. She'll
What?
curse her out.
No.
You're like, what are
That'd
you
be so
talking about?
exciting.
Oh, yeah? No.
What are you and Joe
Okay.
doing? You're making a vision board? And, Rosa Parks
I
and
like
who's
Malcolm
the
X
other
and
one?
Martin Luther King.
I'm more about Marcus Garvey. You should have went home.
I was just listening
Oh my
about
gosh.
Bob Marley's biography, you know, and
Oh my
I finished
God.
reading it.
That's dead ass what you sound like. Though.
That's really what she did too. So
No, that's
So, how was everybody's month? How was everybody's Negroes History Month? You know, we're at the end of the month. You know, we've survived, hopefully. You know, let's start with let's start with our guests at Around the Way Curls. How was your Negro History Month?
it went by very quickly. I felt like
Mhm.
I've sown many seeds though. It's been a month of being productive in many ways. But yeah, child, I blinked and it's over. February went by fast. But
True
that's
tea.
about it.
True
yeah.
tea.
which is why they made that Black
Yes.
History Month the shortest month of the year.
Mm.
Well, they could come over and take February 14th as well. If they
Oh,
they
no.
do some more days, they could take that one because fuck Valentine's Day. But
Oh.
Black History Month was
no.
giving. It was sorry.
Oh no.
To go.
Wow, that was a
As
turn.
whatever. Black History Month was giving the same as just as white as the rest of the months for me.
Well, now I'm more
Maybe I
interested in your
should've done something.
Valentine's Day because
Yeah.
that sounds where the real Tiaga is. You know.
Nothing happened. Me and my cat hung out. You could probably see her.
Well,
in the
that
background.
seems where the story is in the nothing. So now I want to know. you
No,
know?
I just was, they took the 29th, they took the 30th and the 31st, so they could come get that day too. It just senseless. Why have it? This is silly. Jade, what did you do for Valentine's Day? Not a goddamn thing. So you don't need it. You know? I already know. I asked you.
I got a plan.
You got a plan?
Oh,
That laugh. No, but Black History Month is cool. You know,
Yeah.
shout out to our Black kings and queens.
Yes.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
no.
all of them. You know, because around here, we don't march for everybody.
Girl, maybe a good 15 and a half. Like, I don't.
Leaving the black behind.
What? There's a couple blacks you can leave behind.
Listen.
Look at Antoinette's face. She's like, oh no, it's getting tricky over there.
No, you can leave them. I'm trying to think, like, would you leave them behind? This is probably, because
Yeah.
I'm probably going to say something problematic, but it's like, would you leave them behind? Or as
Hell
Harriet
yeah.
did, or would
Yeah.
you shoot them?
God
Do they
damn.
gotta go?
Oh.
Do they
There's
have
both.
to go?
It depends.
I don't think Harriet left people behind. I really think
Both
she was
ends.
like, oh, nah, if you are not about this, then you got to go, because you really are.
And didn't that happen in Taken when you had to like kill, or like where they try to do in a shaft where you have to kill the witness because they knew
You
too
have
much?
to.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
that makes sense. I
Something
feel like
to
I
think about.
No, I'd still leave him behind. Kodak
Wow.
Black, leave him behind.
it depends on what times we are in.
Yeah.
Because if we're talking about like modern, like Handmaid's Tale times, probably.
still-
Yeah, no, it's the same answer for both.
I think it
You gotta-
depends on really on what
you
you're
gotta
doing.
go.
What kind of revolutionary shit are you involved in?
Well, I
If it's
just
shit that
tweet,
you-
so I don't really.
Oh, if that's the case, then they would leave us behind.
You do tweet, and people steal your tweets, and I was mad about that. What's the
Keep
name of that
receiving
publication?
me.
Black
Blavity.
Blavity. Huh. I was mad. I was all in their comments, and I sent them a DM. I was like, "You need to credit
Thank
the
you.
creators."
They did. I was like a friend.
Did
a real one.
they finally tag you or no?
Yeah, they did. After you
Good
believed
job.
them. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you know what? A word for all of you motherfucking publications, because I see y'all doing that shit all the goddamn time, stealing
Yeah.
regular niggas' tweets out here for your shit. Okay, a bunch of blacks. Anyways, I'm not gonna get us canceled today, but y'all need to credit niggas when you steal their shit.
Agreed.
You know why they be
Yeah.
stealing niggas shit though?
Because they don't want to pay.
Yeah.
Before we go on, let's take care of some announcement and some bills first, right? So, big things are going on this weekend, right? Tonight, Friday, is our beginning of Jade and XD's Negro History Weekend. So, starting tonight is my series beginning on Twitch, Building Negronia, where I rebuild an all-black utopia society via The Sims 4. Only on Twitch. Yeah. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have some special guests come on in, and we're going to just, make a black, society. A black and brown society. We can't, leave out our, our brown,
No.
brothers and sisters. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
But, yeah. And then Saturday is a watch with us with Jade and myself. We're watching Charm School. So,
Oh my God,
Baby.
Charm School.
Yes, my
Yeah.
babies.
yeah,
Wow.
so,
Y'all are
Charm
really
School.
taking it back.
Yeah,
Come
it's
with your
gonna-
bonnets on.
oh yeah, I'm coming with my bonnet on and my Alizé and Sizzler because I celebrate Monique, you know what I mean? And, yeah. And Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern is family game night with Jade, myself, Asante, Dr. Kia, Toya, and Carrie. It is a Wang Dang Doodle.
Yes.
It
fun
is
time
a
to
good
have
time. Right, and we will have a Q&A after with Jade and myself, and it'll be a good time. So come join us, and you can get all that info exclusively on Patreon for $7. It's also in tandem with our rent party exclusives because we are raising money to do
Yeah.
amazing things. But in any event, if you can do all that, you could always listen to us anywhere and everywhere you get your podcasts.
And Around the Way Curls.
Yes, and Around the Way Curls, you can get them anywhere and everywhere you get your podcasts, as well as their Patreon.
Yes.
You don't really get
where
nothing
they do-
there though.
Oh, well,
Say
I was
don't.
going to just...
You
I
get
figured
video
y'all
content,
out,
I'll
but-
play it.
Okay, damn.
We don't have game nights. We don't have game nights because we're not invited to Jade and XD's, but we have other things going on. Everything's fine.
We're having... They're going to be monthly. They're going to be monthly, so, you come on the next
Oh.
one. It's going to be good times. We're
They
doing...
wouldn't have us on Black History Month. You see, Pete? See how they are?
Listen,
You can be a part of Women's History.
Wow,
Yeah,
heard
oh,
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Queen.
Say less.
Royalty.
royalty. You know what I mean? I'm just
Royalty.
saying. But in any event, please support the homies and black content creators because we got,
Yeah.
and all that good stuff. Do you guys have any announcements?
Our announcement is to come check us out at the Roots Picnic. We have a live
Yes!
show on the podcast stage. The Roots Picnic. I don't know what the dates are. I think it's June 3rd and 4th.
It's the
Yes.
first weekend in June, yeah.
First
Yeah.
weekend in June. The lineup is super dope. I cannot wait
yeah,
to be out there.
Me too,
seeing
as your
people.
guest. Yes,
I
incredible.
know. We gotta ask them. Like,
Yes.
can we get a pass?
And no ask. Demand.
No.
I
We
need to
need-
figure out a way to figure out a way to be in that area.
that would be
All you gotta do
perfect.
is fly.
I know.
He said, I need to
Well,
figure it out. Just go and fly.
I still gotta figure it out. I'm still not, outside is real touchy still for me,
But the good thing about this is that this is a completely outdoor
Outside
event. So
True.
there's so
True.
much space where it's being held in Fairmount Park. So if you don't want to be around Negroes and you just want to, remember last year we just put a blanket out, sat down, relaxed, chilled, listen to the music. You don't have to be mixy if you don't want to be mixy. So
Shopped at the Sable Collective booth. You know what I'm
Whoop.
saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Smoked my weed. It was a glorious
was-
time.
God damn. You
Long
were
time
there
ago.
the time that Sable was vending?
yeah.
Yeah.
You were there, Internet?
Yeah.
Don't
We didn't
disrespect
see
me
each
like that.
We
other.
were looking for you, but we could
It
not
was the
find you.
avalanche. It was all that wild shit going on.
It was the
My
stampede.
goodness.
Yeah.
We were
boy.
looking
Wow.
like
Nigga shit.
That looks unsafe.
Wow.
But that's not what happened this year. So come through.
Yes, tickets are available. Go see Around the Way Curls live on the podcast stage. Even the audio lineup is super, super good. I'm like Mary J. Blige and Kirk Franklin. I need
Mary
parts.
J. Blige, Kurt Franklin, Jasmine Sullivan. Shout out to her.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Yes.
Who else? Summer Walker. I don't know why I don't
Summer
connect with
I
her. I
have-
think it's the
damn
age.
songs, apparently.
What?
She's
No,
not
it's
singing
not
any
that.
of the songs on her album because they hurt her. It
I
brings
saw
up
that.
feelings.
I saw that.
Girl,
Well, she heard
girl.
it.
Somebody made a point. Beyonce go up on that stage and make a fucking reenactment of her
She's a
goddamn
robot,
pain.
though.
Beyonce, like,
But I also feel that that's a punishment. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, don't ever forget what you did to me. I don't think it's a living trauma. I just feel like
the difference
don't
between Summer
even-
Walker,
every night.
Beyonce. Summer Walker, Beyonce. There's a difference there of like
It's
Beyonce.
just
He went on an apology tour. Summer Walker's dude was like, "Fuck you."
he was like, I wrote all them songs.
like
I produced
Summer
it.
Walker.
I wrote that song about me, bitch.
Like Summer Walker reminds me of like Moesha, like without the respectability politics.
Mhm.
Like she just be going through it for no reason, and I just be like, girl.
Girl.
I forget how
Like,
much Moesha struggled. She did.
yeah, she did. She did.
She
And
got a notebook.
yeah, she wore that journal out. Okay, volumes and volumes of.
Wow.
I
That
is
forgot
Black
about that
history.
with
That's Black
Yeah.
History. Moesha was
Mhm.
telling us to journal and do our self work before anybody the fuck else.
It was her
Shout out
burn
to
book.
that queen.
It was a
It was
bird
all.
book.
It was her bird book. All the shit she
That's
talked.
all
All
right.
the shit she talked about. D.
Moesha was,
She was like.
a hateful wench.
Yeah. She said, "I hate D. I'll never call her mama." Like that was like the whole thing. That was the
She's
whole
like, Miles
premise
is
of
smoking
Moesha.
weed. She was snitching in that notebook.
I
She was
hate.
Kim
Miles.
is fat. It was like,
Yeah.
She didn't
what a
write
awful
that.
friend.
She hated her friends. She hated her
Right.
stepmama. She hated her
Yeah.
daddy because she didn't buy him, because she didn't get her that fucking Jeep or whatever she wanted. Like she was just, you know,
But a journal
She was
nonetheless.
ungrateful.
yeah. But she journaled.
Yeah. So
She
did
did the
Regina
work.
George.
She did.
So did who?
Regina George.
We'll talk about her during March in Women's History Month.
Yes.
I can't stand y'all.
Regina George. She was just misunderstood. Anywho, it's time for a break. Yes. Hit it, Claude.
Okay. Let me go into this
Um,
list of topics Antoinette sent over.
Okay.
This came to be because I said I hate black art. So we should just start there.
As there's art, right?
Yeah.
I hate black art. But you
Yeah,
tell me
nigga
what it
art.
is.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't- I
Then
shouldn't
we
say
could
it
go
like
with
that.
that. Oh, you can. It's fine. Or if you don't say it, I'll say it.
Okay. I do like black
Okay.
art, but
Okay.
it's the black art.
And we're black. We're talking today about, blackness, and more specifically, black art,
Mahogany Creations.
Hotep art,
This,
Antoinette has a very strong opinion about
this came
mahogany
to be,
art.
you know what? We weren't even going to do this collab until I text Jade of all Jades, and I said, I don't know. Why did I text you? I don't even remember.
Somebody sent
was
you
some-
that random piece of.
Oh my
artwork.
God! Thank you. Okay,
Did
so
you
I
figure
was
out
that?
who sent that?
no, I never
Girl.
figured it out. So thank you, Shanti. So someone sent me
Creepy.
it was huge. It was at least 6 feet long and about 3 feet wide. And it was a huge canvas art piece. And it was like, life isn't about where you go, but it's about some shit about the home. It was basically, it was giving live, laugh, love. And I was like,
should've
wow,
burned
somebody bought this for me and sent it. And I have no idea who it was.
They
And
listening
so-
right now. You know who you are.
Shout out to you, you know you are, but that was trash. But so I'm sitting here, I just keep staring at it, and I called Jade. It was like, I just knew Jade sent it to me playing. And so I was like, why would you waste your money on this? Like, that was so dumb, because we hate Live, Laugh, Love. And she was like, bitch, don't play with me. And I was like, you really didn't send this to my house?
Why would I waste my money on a gag?
That's why I was frustrated with you. Like, I know you getting your campaigns, but sis, this was not wise. So I looked at this and I was like, it's giving that awful black art. And I said it wrong. And Jake was like, what if I screenshot this shit, posted it? But I don't mean black art. I love black art. It's the certain kind of black art where, like, the man has the dreadlocks. His dreadlocks are wrapped around his lady. She's propelled in the air. He's falling through quicksand, but beating all the obstacles. And then there's, like, you know, his son is on his back, and he's, like, just protecting.
Or the nigga kneeling with the American flag noose around his neck.
I hate that art so much.
You know what nigga art I hate the most? It's the picture of, like, the brain, but it's, like, shaped in the form of, like, a woman's anatomy, and it's like the black man's fingers, like he's, like, finger banging her, and it's like the, like, knowledge is sexy or something like that, and it's just like, oh God, like, how do you people get laid? And, like, you know what kills me? As a former Hotepian myself, like, I feel like I don't see how a lot of people take themselves so seriously, because when I used to host a poetry slam every Monday.
Wait.
he went for a period of his life without wearing shoes.
Yeah, I wore koofies for, like, a straight, like, 2 years.
So happy. I want to know that XD.
Yeah.
So what was your name? Because it could have been XD. What was it?
Yeah, I exclusively wore, like, you know, rust colors. I looked like Florida Evans. It was a lot.
He was giving music to a child.
I was. I used to do the little rap things.
I know you did. You had the white T-shirt and you wrapped it up.
Oh, okay. You know I did. You know I did. Sure I was. But I used to host poetry slam nights in college, and so they would like niggas would just write, like, for a week or whatever, not going to class because niggas don't do that. So they would just do, like, these sex poems, and it would be like, you know, how many bitches in here are dimes? And they would like, yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, because I don't fuck with loose change. And they'd be like, this is so dumb, you know what I mean? And, like, I would just like be in awe of, like, how, like, the creativity and how, like, they did that. But it's also like, y'all could just channel this into doing something productive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely have had my share of Hotep men in my life. Mm-hmm. But I will proudly say that none of them had that what is it, mahogany art, mahogany art?
Oh, like nigga art. They don't have, like, pictures of Harriet Tubman shooting craps outside of a, like,
those ones I fucking love. If I saw that, I would be like, you're hilarious.
Harriet Tubman with fucking Malcolm
Rosa
X,
Parks.
Martin Luther King, like,
and they all playing poker. I'm here for that.
Goes on.
I would love.
Yeah, I would put that in my house just for the hell of it. Like, did you guys see the one with everybody, and then they fucking put Betty White in one? I was like, wow, I will hang that in my house.
I would have to. I think I'm going to create one. It's going to have Nipsey Russell, and it's going to have Nipsey
Russell. Oh, okay.
It's going to have both. And it's going to have Betty White.
Slide some oil if you were mine.
I might put Sade in it just because niggas always put somebody random. Who else would you all add to the mural?
I don't know.
You have to have Obama.
Yeah, like,
Obama has to be in every
the theme?
Black mural. It's
yeah, what's the
blackness.
theme? It's just black people.
They don't be no fucking themes in this. It's just black people. My homegirl has. What does she have in her house? Her baby dad bought her. It was like Michelle Obama, Maya Angelou. Who else was it? It was like Kamala Harris. And somebody the fuck else. And they all just sitting there gazing at
Waters.
each other. Yo, it's the
Black
most
excellent.
random shit in the world. I was like,
And I
this
mean,
is amazing.
you could have like Nipsey Russell, Nipsey Hussle, Betty White, like
And I would
Michael
do the one where Nipsey
Jordan,
Russell and Nipsey Hussle have
Obama.
their arms around each other and they're doing that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You gotta have them doing different things. There's a spades table, like
And
when
then
they put Rosa Parks in the Kango.
Yeah, if
And
you
the
could
boy
have
from
random
Sanford and
people
Son got to
there.
be on there. He always on there.
Tupac and
absolutely,
Biggie
Red
have to
Eye.
be on there.
Absolutely.
You know.
With wings. And
Yeah.
wings
Left
behind
Eye. I'm definitely
Yeah,
gonna
Left
have
Eye,
Oh, Aaliyah.
Aaliyah. She'll have a baby girl shirt on.
Mm. And then you could have put other random people like Essence Atkins or something.
Yeah, like Minnie Riperton.
Yeah.
Is
Or like,
Essence Atkins dead?
no.
No.
Oh.
But
But
they
now there's
always had
Obama.
one.
Oh,
Right.
Obama. But Obama just belongs. You know?
See,
Neither is
now there's
Michelle.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, you're right. I apologize, King.
Now there's Tupac.
Right.
He might be. He could be in Cuba. He could be in Cuba.
Allegedly.
I feel like Tupac probably looks terrible right now. If he is alive,
Oh.
I don't think Tupac aged well.
You don't think
Really?
It's not given.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Why?
No,
He's
I
beautiful,
don't
bro.
agree.
Structure,
I don't
he's
agree.
like gorgeous.
I don't think he. I think he's probably
He-
really
he's a-
pudgy and I think that he would have to like have a disguise.
What do you think he looks like, Martin?
I think he
Allen
might
Iverson?
look like Martin. Remember when Martin went to the cave to go get well, and then came back enlightened?
But I
and he
think that
wearing
was
a
just-
Martin
smoke?
has a
I think that was bloat though. Like, you know
yeah.
what
He
I
was
mean?
like not
That's
well.
I'm talking about Martin on the show.
Oh.
Y'all talking
Oh.
about Martin in real life. I don't weight shame.
I mean that. I mean
I don't
that.
body
Oh,
shame.
it wasn't a body.
I wasn't
shaming.
body shaming. It was like.
More
He
of
just-
like
Martin had to
Coke,
learn how to
Coke.
speak again. That poor man, he beat all odds. He had a stroke and had to relearn how to speak.
Oh, really?
Damn.
That's a king, so you should feel terrible about yourself.
Well,
I
he look
don't.
different.
I
He-
don't know.
He said, I don't.
Told you 2022. I'm taking my bra off. It
Yeah,
is
he did
free.
I can't
Gloria Steinem. I am woman. Anywho, I do hate nigga art. Like, there's also one where it's like a picture of like Biggie and Tupac in the car, and then Chris Brown is in the car too.
Why
And
would
it's just
Chris
like-
Brown be there?
Why?
That's not real.
They be doing shit. They be doing activities.
really
They
do
be,
be
they be
doing
playing
that.
pool. They be at the barber shop. They be eating dinner together. It's like
Yeah.
functions. They're all together doing shit.
And
Yeah,
then there's like a nigga hand at the bottom holding a world, and they're all doing it on top of
Yeah.
his world.
Yeah, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Sha'Carri Richardson. Let's be like, how? like why?
I have,
Like eating chicken. Like, you know what I mean?
I have
Like
such
RuPaul. Like, I don't get it.
unpopular opinions about Sha'Carri, so I'm gonna shut up.
No, what is it?
I just don't like her.
Why?
Sorry.
It's-
I just don't. It's something, you know what it is? It's not that I don't like her. You know, that I shouldn't say that. I am disappointed with her because I don't feel like she has a lot of accountability. I'll say that.
But she took accountability.
No. I'm talking about like when she lost her. I'm talking about when she actually like got smoked in her fucking race.
Mhm.
Where it was like, girl, you lost.
Oh,
And
she
then
got
when,
a
like,
little
the-
cocky.
Yeah, it was just like you're really cocky right now, and I want to hear less about the pop culture aspects of you, and I want you to shine and like get back to training and your work, because these Jamaican women is about to smoke you again.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's how
at
I
least it's
feel.
more black women.
Amen.
Yeah.
Sha'Carri cannot lose to a white woman.
No,
That would be
no,
awful.
No, no.
No.
But if
And
she
and
lose
the
to
thing
another
is,
black lady, I'm like, yeah, take the L. girl.
Team Jamaica like obliterated Team America. Like, it was
They were
like,
faster than Sha'Carri's like world record, or not Sha'Carri's like record for herself, her personal
Yeah.
record. I think by like 5 seconds. It's like wild
Jamaicans
how
and
fast
women's
they are.
team is.
That's a
an
long
army
time.
better
I
than
can
an
roll a
Navy.
blunt in 5 seconds.
Oh my
Can
God.
you?
Yeah.
That should be your drag challenge.
Oh, let's do it.
Like, you know how like when like Bob did like did the dress or whatever, and you know or whatever on stage in a minute, then you could just roll a blunt. And
Let's
that could
do
be
it
your
as
talent.
another Patreon video where we see how what's the quickest way time I can roll a blunt in.
Okay. We should have like Negro like Olympics, like how long it takes to like
That's
freak a
such
black.
a good idea.
Yeah, I like that. Or how long
Or
it takes you
like
to season your bathtub.
or fried chicken because that takes a specific type of skill. You know.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to participate in that at that point because then it would be like MMA fighters getting into it with a nigga on the street. It's illegal. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
God.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
You
Okay.
right.
I'm sorry.
He's where she
Wow.
ought to.
Jade.
Left Jade.
You
Yeah, you
know,
gonna eat
I'm
this chicken,
sorry.
Don't let answer
Okay.
that for you. She was begging for chicken sandwiches right before we start recording to stop it. Don't
I
play
was.
me into
Oh, you made chicken sandwiches?
She made like
School,
50
yeah,
of them
yeah.
at school.
Oh, I
Didn't
did.
bring not
I
one.
was so jealous.
Yeah, I made
She
it with a
posted that video. I
jalapeno,
was so
like honey
irritated.
sauce and like a guacamole.
So
and
what do y'all
black
do
bean
with the
spread.
food?
We eat it, nigga.
They eat it and they take it home and they
We
don't
take
share
it
it.
home. We give it to other, people at the school. The porters come in and eat sometimes.
I live right down the street. I ain't get a fucking
That's
nothing yet.
amazing.
I literally brought home a half a sandwich.
That's amazing. That is. But what forms of other Negro art do you hate?
I hate spoken word.
Mm.
I'm sorry, King. I know that you hosted a
Oh,
slam.
no.
No, but that was a
Had-
different. That was a different life.
life. I hate spoken word more than I
XD
hate a lot of
also-
things.
We hate spoken word, but XD has a specific passion of hate for spoken word and animals that wear clothes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't believe animal. It's outside. It's a dog. It's animal. First of all, we shouldn't be domesticating animals anyway. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh, wait.
However,
Wait.
still,
Play with me.
I'm just saying in gen. I'm just saying. However, no, I don't. Animals dressed as humans is so weird. They don't need that.
I don't mind
No.
the sweaters and shit, but it's the little booties that they put on the dog. And
Like,
they look
people go
they
out of
look
their way.
so uncomfortable. They look like they just want to kick that shit off. It just
Yeah, they go
it
out of their
looks-
way. People are spending thousands on like Louis Vuitton, like shit that their dog is gonna shit on, or that they clean their little doo-doo stains off of. Like, no, that's so weird and strange. Like, I refuse. No. I barely want to clean up after, like humans, you know what I mean? Like myself, and I gotta clean up after, like, do dog laundry. That is so whack.
But some people's dogs are like their children or their pets.
Yeah, which is why I don't tell them to their face that I hate it.
Let me tell you
the
something.
world on the podcast.
If my fucking
Yeah,
cat would wear
but,
clothes,
I
she
mean-
would have clothes on.
Yeah, and it's fine.
I tried
I'm not gonna direct my hate outwardly towards you. It's an inside hate.
Yeah, he's just gonna talk shit in his head.
Everybody
tried
has
it.
even
everybody
in the
has
house,
an inside hate.
Your
Yes,
cat doesn't go outside.
what?
She would just have a sweater on. Just a little t-shirt in her.
Absolutely. Blue, I had a collar on her and it had her name on it and she clawed that off. But it also had a bell. So I realized it was probably driving her crazy because every time she moved, it was like ding, ding, ding. And imagine
also-
that.
Yeah.
Like if you had a bell on you, that's annoying. But
And
I also
also-
had a leash for her and tried to walk her, and that was a disaster.
But see, and that's the thing too.
God, I
How
wish
do
I
you
was
know
there
what
for
your
that.
animal likes to wear? You know what I mean? Like,
How do you know
as
what your
opposed
kid
to-
likes to wear? You just put this shit on
Exactly.
your kid.
Them niggas
And they
You
look
figure
like-
it out later.
Um,
You shouldn't
Exactly.
dress the
Told
baby.
me.
Yeah,
You gotta
that's
dress
what.
babies. It's cold.
I mean, that they communicate. At some point they'll communicate if they like it or not.
No, XD. Pets are babies. I encourage you to watch or to go to Black people and their pets. It's a
I
wonderful.
believe pets are important. I think they are an integral part of mental health and stability, and I think they are great for protection for certain things. I just don't like them wearing Louis Vuitton sweaters at tonight.
No, not Louis Vuitton. Hers is like from PetSmart,
Like, that's all I.
but she had like a PetSmart
Be
outfit.
honest, like,
PetSmart is expensive.
quick. Antoinette said she tried to walk her cat. I don't think y'all
Yeah, I'm
just
actually really curious about this.
wanted to take her cat for a walk in Brooklyn.
It wasn't in Brooklyn. So I was in Cape May with my white family, my white aunts.
See, no,
Cockamamie idea came from. Please continue.
Right. And so my cat travels with me when I go places. Like I pack her up. I have to it's a thing. It's like a diaper bag, litter box, all the things. So she's with me, and my mom kept saying she wanted her. She was like, she can go outside. She can go outside. I was like, Blue does not have her shots, and I don't know if she's gonna run away. She's never been outside. I'm not playing that. So I knew my mom was gonna try to let her out because she doesn't have any boundaries. White woman. And so I bought a leash, and I got Blue in this leash. It took about an hour to get her in this leash. I had her all tied up. It was like
cats are meant to be free.
Listen, it was like a straight
They're not meant
jacket.
to be walked.
I opened that door, and that cat
You
was
wanna go.
terrified of outside, and she got the hell out that leash and started running back and forth. I started crying because I was like, she's gonna run away. And then finally she just scurried back in the house and hid for like a day. So the leash didn't work. But the intention was for her to be able to be free, to enjoy the outside,
Not in a
to
harness.
frolic
Yeah, not in a harness.
in a straitjacket.
Can't do it.
And
See?
I think I have a chip in her anyway.
Wow.
So if she goes anywhere, I can find her ass. Well, I can't find her. It's if a vet finds her, they'll scan it and they'll contact me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jade-
Jade, you're supposed to have.
You all right?
You're supposed to
You
have.
should have a chip in your
You're
cat.
supposed to have a. You're supposed to have Trill chipped.
Jade, the Bible is real. See, they told you that, Jade, in the Bible, they said they're going to put chips and shit, so it's real.
Yeah, I'm like, that don't
cats.
feel right.
Well,
It's to protect you as a pet owner, and also the pet, to make
and
sure
if I had
that
a kid,
you're
I'd probably
home.
put a fucking chip in that kid too.
Well,
That's
first of all,
that's
they
the
would
white
know-
woman in me.
Your chip is your fear of God that you instill in them to not go no damn where.
That.
But
What if somebody takes your child? I don't know. If I had a Noah chip, little something in her arm, she don't need to know.
Do they really? They don't have those. They really have the chips for kids?
I don't know, but I'm
That
sure
ain't
you can
shit.
figure out a way. It's coming.
I mean,
It's
you
definitely
give kids
coming.
cell phones, it's the same thing.
Right.
But she
You can
thinks
get
it's
your cell phone.
Or or back in our days, pagers or beepers. Same
right.
thing.
Which I miss. I miss a pager. I love my pager.
Yeah.
Me too. It was non-committal,
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and
You
it
could
was,
call back, you could not.
or it was super committal because you would like type in the message, with the numbers, so you could be like, I love you, or call me back, or however you had to like type
Creative.
My
in
mother,
in
911.
pager code.
Bitch, you better
See.
call me right the fuck
You
right
had that
now.
little shit peeking out your pocket. Like, you couldn't tell me
The
nothing.
coolest
Little
shit.
purple.
Clear.
I was like,
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
oh.
Yes, with my
Oh.
lights. Stop.
It was
Please.
translucent. I was like, wow.
Oh, I never.
Wait, who
had
that?
that.
Let me see. I'm gonna call you back.
Nothing.
You didn't have a pager, Antoinette?
I had a pager eventually. My dad gave me one, but it was his one from work, so it was
Oh,
like
so it was black.
ugly black one. And I,
It was,
The
you
drug
had
dealer
I wasn't
pager.
cool. Whenever I finally got stuff, it was always late and not cool. It was
No,
like
I
I
had
got the
a black pager
Nokia
first.
joint with the snake on it when everybody had a razor, and I was like,
I never had either one of those, actually.
"You
I
never had
had-
razor?"
Wasn't
Wow.
interested.
My first pager was burgundy. It wasn't black. It was the burgundy one. It was
I
still
had my
basic.
dad's
It was
old
like
pager
the. It was like the. It looked like the basic black one, but it was burgundy. And then I ended up getting the
That's
clear
cute.
one. Yeah, sash. Always give.
So,
sash
Shanti,
it.
I heard something really interesting.
What happened?
That you don't think Euphoria has any black characters.
I don't. I fucking love Euphoria. Are you watching it?
I am.
So the one scene
Finally!
where what's her name? Lexi is about to she's about to pull the play together.
Mhm.
And they focus on the black girl for the first time.
Stage
She just pops
manager.
up in the screen. as one of the people that's going to help. And I said, what the fuck is this girl doing on this show? I was shocked for a minute. I was like, what the fuck? And then it clicked. I was like, oh my God, why am I so surprised to see a black girl on the show? Because there's no phenotypically black. Zendaya's black, but there's no phenotypically black women on that show.
Her mom is black. Her sister is black. The man that sponsors her is black.
Yeah.
They're young girls. It's not black young girls. Stormy's not. They're all light skinned. We can't say that
Her
girl.
mom and that man are not light skinned.
I don't like the way they write that man. I don't like the way they write him. If you go back to the first season, the way he writes that man, he's like, my name is Old Smokey Jim. I'm the best pool player ever. I'm a crackhead now. I watched it again. I was like, this is fucked up. I don't like the way they write black people. I don't like the way they write the mom.
No, the mom is not.
Makes sense.
No,
makes sense.
Can I be honest
But
here?
they're not black to me. So I was
the
shocked.
mother irritates the holy fuck out of me.
She's crazy. That's not how your mom.
And everybody thinks that I'm an awful person. They're like, why do you hate Rue's mom? I'm like, because I hate her. Because she's aggravating.
Because what? That ain't a black. That's not a typical black mother.
No, and I understand that drug addiction is an illness. I firmly understand that, and that girl clearly is sick. But I still hate her mother because there's some preventative things that could have been done here, and I just don't. And
you letting her out and go to parties? She coming with a
fucking
duffel bag. You like, you got my clothes? Like, first of all, why the fuck you got my clothes if you think you got my clothes? Like, what?
She's in and out of that house too freely. She came up in that bitch with a whole suitcase, and her mother didn't ask hardly a question. She was like, "What you got? Oh, okay, no problem." I understand this whole trusting element. I get it. You know,
I don't.
I'm free. That on this level, your daughter is addicted to heroin. The same shit Ray Charles was, and you just gonna let her roll up in your house with a whole fucking suitcase?
Wait a minute.
Let that man rest in peace.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
We had to bring him into this, Jade.
I didn't bring him into this. I didn't
rest, Ray. Rest.
I didn't write the movie.
I don't watch the show, so there's kids doing heroin on.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Heroin. I keep telling this nigga.
It's amazing. You would really like it. You would really like it. I feel.
It's frustrating, but it's wonderful. I love it. But there are no black. I still stand by that. There are no real black. There's no strong black characters. The boy McKay, like he was just a foil.
No,
McKay was nutty.
Like, who the fuck is
not
like,
why are you at this
character?
Yeah, why are you at the high
Y'all
school
know who
party?
was in it? It made a cameo appearance. In the first episode of this season, there was a young black man on the line who was trying to holler at the little hoish Mexican girl.
Okay, who was that? With the braids?
That is Big Meech's son, Lil Meech. Big Meech is a very well-known drug dealer. Who faced a very large bust back
Allegedly.
in the early 2000s. No, nigga, that nigga's in prison, nigga.
He's a lot of people who are innocent in prison.
Not allegedly. There's a whole TV show on fucking TV called BMF. Black Mafia.
We don't know the ins and outs. We can't get sued.
Oh, it's Black Mafia Forever, not blowing money fast?
No, it's Black Money. It's Black Mafia Family.
Oh.
But Rick Ross is obsessed with Big Meech. I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover.
He also thinks he was MC Hammer too.
He did think he was.
But
MC
I think
Hammer
that's corny of Sam Levinson to put him in there. Like even that's weird to me. I don't know. I don't like the writing of Sam Levinson, but I love the way he shoots it. But I think his writing.
Who the fuck is Sam Levinson?
He's the director. He's the writer, director.
Oh, I was like, what character is that?
He's Rue. He's essentially Rue.
Yeah.
Oh, it's based on his life?
Mm-hmm. The first season was, I think. I think it's starting to get glamorized now, which is why parents are out here pissed off. They're like, oh my God, this is promoting. And I'm like, no, this is showing what your little pasty babies are doing, but go off.
Did y'all see stuff like that growing up in high school?
No. Not like that. Not with them hunky. No, not like that.
No, I went to school in the suburbs. Like the most, drugs was weed, but it was typically alcohol that was like the thing, and cigarettes. But
were they really
alcohol.
like sexual? Because that's what's blowing my mind too. Like these kids are really sexual, and not like the little where kids are fucking like bunny rabbits. Like putting their fingers in each other's mouths, telling each other while they do it, like, you can have me any way you want. You can control me. You can. I'm like,
No, but I don't think we had access to that type of like knowledge and stuff like back then
that's
either,
what I'm
you know?
saying. Like, I feel like it's really
Yeah,
advanced.
because I have this
Advanced
whole idea
trauma.
So when
about
she said it,
how
you can control.
Because
me.
did you see her when she was doing that?
Yeah,
I was like,
and it's the same shit his daddy was doing to people.
Wasn't that wild?
you have to watch it, XD.
You gotta watch it, XD.
Why are you?
Listen.
What is your what's telling you? What are you
Hesitation.
feeling inside that's preventing you from jumping on this
This.
bandwagon?
the bandwagon itself, that is what's preventing me. Because normally, when the internet, Black Twitter, or that's typically where I subscribe and keep talking about a show. The moment I start watching it, I realize that it's not a good show. Not saying that this show was not good. I'm just saying normally the track record for me and Black Twitter just don't really,
I don't talk about
like,
the show with them niggas.
I
just
know,
laugh.
but them niggas do, and still, so I just,
No, you
I don't
But
know.
they
know.
not
They
even
ignore
really.
them.
They're not even. I've seen the little tweets. They're not even getting to the crux.
No.
Like,
This show there's levels to it.
Right. I will.
They're not even
I
getting
will
to it.
eventually give it a chance. I'm not saying like I am not never gonna watch it. Obviously, no, I'm not. I'm like, no, I'm totally turned off. I'll get to it. It's just maybe in the off season where it's died down and people stop talking about it and I can focus and not have like be inundated.
I'm gonna make
with,
you
like,
watch season 1 on
Rue, let's see,
Patreon.
blah, blah, blah,
There you
blah,
go.
blah, blah.
We're watching
Watch it
season 1
again.
on Patreon.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm taking control. That's
Oh my
what we're doing.
gosh.
You're gonna watch season 1. We're gonna watch it together.
Jade,
I
have
want
you
to see your
rewatched it?
live reactions. I haven't rewatched it.
It's
I've only
just,
watched it through. And I'm caught
Okay.
up.
Well, with that being said, let's take a break. And we'll be back after these mensajes. Hit it, Claude.
You want to talk about? Did anybody watch the Kanye joint? The Kanye
Kinda.
documentary.
can talk about it, though. Talk about it. I mean, he
No.
watched Euphoria.
I mean, yeah, you can talk about it. It's fine. It's a
Yeah.
joint show. I mean, it's fine. I don't care.
Yes.
Shotzi, you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could bring us back, actually.
Okay. And we are back. So, speaking of other things that I've been trying to pressure people into watching, which I actually was late to it. I was late to the party, I'll be honest, because I was anti-watching Genius, Yeezus, Kanye West, because he's irritating me. He's been irritating me, and I want out his group chat with Kim and him, but
I want
reached-
both of them to leave us alone. You know what
I'm
I
not
mean?
mad at
Both
Kim.
of them.
I'm not mad at her either. I'd still want her to leave us alone.
Both of them.
I think
Like,
Kim
in
has been
general.
relatively quiet. Like, I do. Kim has not been doing a whole lot with
No.
the way Kanye has.
She
No,
did
he
with
has-
her
Still wanna leave us
boyfriend,
alone.
like right after they broke up.
Okay.
I feel like she
So
could
the fuck was he? He was out gallivanting. He had like 3 girlfriends already. All she's doing is living her life and the paparazzi snapping pictures. She's not posting screenshots of their conversations and everything else. She's not.
That's
He is
very true.
harassing her.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion.
yes.
I never
That's
thought
her
that I would stick up for
lifestyle,
Kim
though.
Kardashian during Black History Month, but here I am.
I just always wonder. In the back of my mind how many things are setups because they family is
Him
real good for a
too.
circus. No, this is what I'm not taking fault off of him. I
I'm
have
saying he
strong
sets this up
opinions about
too.
this nigga. Oh no, absolutely. But I don't know how much of it is orchestrated together.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah, I mean, I think her whole
That's what I'm
lifestyle is
saying.
around, how she lives her life. Like that's Kim, what she dresses when she steps out. She's intentionally like knowing that the intention is going to be on her, and she's not
Now she could also fully be sick.
going out. She's like, yo, I'm out here. And
I think she has
all the
every
stuff
right to
comes
do
with it.
that.
Which yes,
Yeah.
and she could fully well just be sick of this nigga and actually just living her life, but because of they've been stunting for so long,
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know you know, what's what? I'm like, maybe she wants to focus on her kids, and it is strictly this nigga. I do think that this nigga is a huge part, though. But please continue on about the documentary.
Oh, well, Shanti was saying, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch. And I was like, "Ugh." And I watched it and wept. I really did. I cried. Shanti, you said you cried as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you
But
two
have a lot
didn't
more
watch it.
empathy. No, but you have more empathy than me. You think it would still touch me?
I think it would, Jade.
Jay, did you like Kanye West? Like,
Yeah, once upon
Old
a time.
Kanye.
Yeah.
Then you might not
What the
cry,
old
but you'll
Kanye?
feel it. You'll feel it. You'll be like,
feel it. You're just
Okay.
getting you're not seeing him when he was in the trenches so much. Like you're seeing him as a producer. He was making money already.
Mhm.
He was getting his, production beats out there, but he really wanted to be put on as an artist. So you're seeing the backstory and him playing his music, him playing Jesus Walks, him recording with Mos Def, and seeing him
Nobody.
sharing it with people and how they were or weren't responding to such iconic songs that are like in our hearts. But at that, he hadn't blown up yet, so
He had a
They
bunch of
didn't
songs that he. So I was a huge Kanye fan, like huge. Me and my sister, to the point where I like "Hey Mama" was a track that came out years before it came out on. "Hey Mama" was on Graduation, or no, Late Registration. I think it was on Late Registration. It had come out years before it had come out on Late Registration, and it sounded a little bit different. Also, the one that he had Chris Martin on, Homecoming. Homecoming was a different song years before it came out, and it had John Legend on the track.
I remember
This was
that.
So, like, I was a huge Kanye fan, and his story has always been niggas won't listen to me. And niggas won't listen to me. They don't respect my talent. So I ask you all, I'm not being combative. I'm asking you all, what is the difference in watching the documentary and knowing the story?
For me, it's seeing. I think that for me, what struck me was seeing the footage of his mom. It gave me a lot of insight into why he speaks about her in the way that he does. She's not just a regular mom. There was something very unique about their relationship where there's a moment where she's rapping the lyrics of one of his songs that he doesn't even remember. And he's just sitting there like, I wrote that? And she's like, yes, Kanye. And it was interesting too how, what does Kanye mean? Like precious one or like unique one, something like that. I forgot. But she almost never finished a sentence to him without saying his name.
Which is
And
so
it was
interesting
like
that
a
he's not
reminder.
changed it.
To Ye and all right, to shorten it. Well, there's something where he speaks about like one day he wants to just go by his first name, and then one day he wants to like he talks about that like being that iconic where you don't even need your last name. But it was almost like a mantra to her, and the way that she had like a vibration to her. You ever see somebody? You know how Mary vibrates, and it's a very like
And glows.
grounded. Clear of who she is, but like there's love just vibrating within her. That was what I was getting from his mom. And he visited her, and there was a lengthy scene. It's like at least 15-20 minutes. And they visited his childhood home, and they're talking about memories there, but she saw the vision for him so clearly, even when he didn't see it. And it was almost like nothing could shake her. Like she was just so clear. Like I'm not used to seeing that. My parents operated from places of fear, so it was like, well, you got to think about this, and even there's a point where like she's seeing his chain, and she's like, Kanye, that is so nice, Kanye, and she's like, I was worried like, oh, he got another piece of jewelry, and he doesn't have a house yet, but you need an angel to watch over you, like little shit where like. Most parents would have been like, yo, that's not a responsible purchase, but she could just like level with them where she would add that thing like, you don't have the house yet, but I don't know. There's something really special about that lady. And we had an interesting take where someone wrote us and said they were convinced that Kanye is the way he is because of his mom, and not in a good way, because she said so many baby boomer moms raised their daughters but loved their sons. And I was like, I didn't know that was an interesting comparison. But I
Kia
didn't
talks about that a lot.
I hear that, but I also am not gonna blame this black woman. Like, where the fuck is his dad? I'm not gonna like that might have had we haven't heard about that guy, but like I'm not gonna blame this woman, for all of this man's actions. Like, absolutely not. I'm not about to tear her down, but she was really special. I also really enjoyed looking in his eyes when you could see when he would revert into this little insecure boy at times, where unsure of himself, and kind of like, how like his eyes, when you're unsure, you're like looking around. And he was in the studio with Scarface, and Scarface checked him for putting his retainers on the table, and he was like trying to play the music for him, and you could see him second guessing himself. And it wasn't the Kanye we have now. And I wanted to hold him at some point. It's like there was something in me that just wanted to be like, oh no, like, don't let this shit eat you up, because he was so hungry. So I don't know. And again, it's only the first one is out, I believe. So I'm curious if it's going to be three episodes.
When are they coming out?
I don't know. Or maybe it's coming out this week, next week. I don't know. But it's also interesting. It's on the heels of Donda 2 and all that shit. So,
and that
because from what I'm understanding, he took his music. He's not selling Donda 2 on streaming platforms. He's having his own device.
Yeah,
where it's like
and
you
it didn't
buy
come
like
out.
a
All these
tape or
people
something.
bought it. Yeah, all these people bought like some device that they can listen to it on, and it was supposed to drop at midnight and it never did or something. I don't know.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I think it's a device where you can listen to it and then you can take apart all of the components of the song. So if you're like a producer, if you're like somebody that's obsessed with music, you can kind of break it apart.
Oh, that's
And I figure
cool.
if he thinks he's
That's
an
cool.
artist, right? Or if he think of like a Jordan, a classic Jordan, or a limited edition piece of art, you're gonna make it scarce. You're not gonna make it widely available for folks. And if you really fuck with him, you're gonna buy it, and he owns it. So I'm not mad at him for it's obnoxious, but I don't think it's a dumb business idea or something that artists don't do.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like, his mom, there was a thing where she talked about how he does not have humility, and she kind of like normalized that, and it was interesting. It's like, oh, go ahead.
One of those people that don't believe that you need to be humble. I think humility is for people who people say be humble. The people that tell you to be humble are those who are they're just trying to dim your glow. As far as I'm concerned, I feel as though as long as you give thanks to the people that you give thanks to, and honor and reverence to those who gave your talents and your craft and all that good stuff, I think that's all that matters. I think when people be like, oh, they're too cocky or too that, I feel like that's oftentimes and people say that about black women a lot, and I hate that. Because it's like, oh, she needs to be taken down or she needs to be humble her weave. Like, no, nigga, like, let people talk their shit. Let people be. Like, if it's bothering them, then maybe you need to step your pussy up, Like, I feel like a lot of times people do things out of, to coddle people's egos to make things easier for them. When in reality is just amplifying, or coddling people's poor behavior. And that's to that whole idea of like, people, like you said, like raising, nurturing their sons and raising their daughters, that concept. I feel like, a lot of times people breed that, toxic energy in parenting, and it's like, not necessarily blaming them, but I feel like it's just generationally that's just what people are trained to do. Like, it's always been kind of this thing like, raise our daughters to take care of the home, and it's just like it doesn't have to be this way. And so now that people are finally taking ownership and being like, I'm a boss and I could do this or do that. It's more of like a answer to like a challenge of this new age of parenting. Like, people can be cocky and people can be honest and do these things and be confident and screw everybody else who who can't like keep up.
It sounds like that's what his mother instilled in him, but like a level of grounded, like being grounded as well. From what
like you don't have to be like like damn your shit is whack. Like you don't have to like downtrodden like you are a horrible human being, but like
you can say your shit is fire if it is, and she really believed his stuff was, and so did he.
And a lot of it is.
Maybe she did keep him grounded to a level though. Yeah. Maybe to a certain extent she did keep him grounded.
I think she
did.
Because it was after her passing that things seemed to kind of go awry. But it seems like even to speak to your point, XD, in that amplifying of his ego or whatever, and making sure that she boosted him up as a person, there was still a level of grounding that she had with him that he needed. He's lost, and maybe he's constantly searching for that, and that's what a lot of these outbursts and things come from. Not taking away from mental health at all, but maybe that's a portion of it as well.
That's a good point. I think a lot of our lives are about searching for something, whatever it is, and it just kind of sad that a lot of our searching or his searching or whatever to fill the void is public, and it's so chaotic and violent at times. Regardless if it's finding his way through grief or finding his way through fatherhood or finding his way through fame, because a lot of that shit is fucked up too. Money, not he had a little money, but not this much money. You know what I mean? Like that changes people too. Friendships, who he looked up to is not necessarily fucking with him like that. Like, a lot of shit happened to him.
Can I ask though, like musically, what's your favorite Kanye album, and when do you think the shift happened? Because I know a lot of people are like, yeah, I used to listen to Kanye. I listen to this new shit.
You know what's funny?
Registration.
What's funny is I usually tell Jay that I wasn't really listening to, I'm not really a big Kanye fan, but today I found my old, a few months ago, my YouTube account and all that stuff got hacked and got deleted. And I had a whole bunch of music and stuff uploaded on there that's just gone. So today I found a hard drive with all that music on it. And I was looking through it and I was like, I have a lot of Kanye on here. And I realized that the first album was really my favorite because I was like play Spaceship all the time because I used to work at Lens Crafters and they used to keep me in the front.
You're crazy.
Because they used to be like, oh, XD, you're a model. They try to give me all that stuff to keep me in the front. And it was really to attract the black people that came in. It was a long story, but you know what I mean? I was like, yeah.
They used to do that to me at McDonald's, but that's because I was the only one who could speak English.
What McDonald's did you work at? Like, what McDonald's were you working at? Nevada? What the fuck?
Texas.
Henderson.
Okay, I was about to say, what?
Wait, yours was, you said late registration, Jade? And yours was...
I would think so. I really enjoyed College Dropout, and I really enjoyed Graduation as well.
College Dropout for me.
But I think I would have to, if I had to pick one, it would probably be Late Registration.
But I also really enjoyed the one BM, the one with the art, the weird nigga art on it.
Yeah, I love that. What is that called?
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh my,
very good.
That was the one that I was like, this might be the perfect Kanye. And I think it was after that was like, wait, where you go? But I loved 808s too.
Me too. I played that.
I enjoyed 808s as well.
Say You Will was the jam, and then we got Yeezus.
We didn't need Jesus. Yeah, then it started
Although
getting tricky.
blood on leaves. That was kind
No,
of
I hated that. I was so mad. I was like, this sample is amazing, and what a waste! What a waste of a sample. So
It
you could have
wasn't
said so much more on this song,
because it was. I mean, you know, it was.
Bound to
Jade.
fall in love.
Oh yeah, Bound 2. That's also well. That's
That was that video ruined the
But
song.
with Tiana Taylor, what was the one with Tiana Taylor? That shit bang.
oh, I did like
That
Pablo.
shit
I did like the Life and
Oh,
Times of Pablo.
The Secret Life
That
of
was
Pablo was not
Oh,
a
is that
bad
Secret-
album.
okay.
that was a turn up kind of
Yeah.
you know, he was out there, but it
Nah.
was a couple
No,
of
it wasn't.
you know,
I
tunes.
actually was. I didn't want to listen to it initially, and then when I did, I was like, And then
That's
it
the
sat
one
with me a
song
little
I
longer, and it was a spaghetti album. It just kind of sat and got better.
yeah, that's the one true song I like with Kendrick. No Parties in LA, because you know I'm
Oh
not
yeah, you know
necessarily
this
the biggest
nigga don't
Kendrick.
like Kendrick Lamar.
What?
It's not the fact that I. Oh my god,
What?
you're exposing a lot. You couldn't run into a
Tremont
march.
and XD does not
You
like Kendrick
could-
Lamar.
I do not. It's not that I dislike Kendrick Lamar.
It's crazy.
I have an issue. I feel like with rappers, I have to like their voice. I don't necessarily care for Kendrick's voice because to me he sounds like the pig from Looney Tunes. Bleep, bleep, that's all.
No, he does not. How dare you?
You tried it. No, he doesn't.
How fucking dare
He's
you?
like, bleep, 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 bleep. He does not sound like that.
He does a similar cadence and No Parties in LA. If you listen to it, you're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, got it." That's where he got
so
it.
what the fuck is that pig's name? That pig got a name.
I don't know. Zuckerman's
Porky.
famous.
Wait, is that
I don't
Porky?
know. Yeah, Porky J Pig. And when you listen to No
Is there
Parties
really
in
a
LA,
J in his name? Or is
Yeah.
it Porky the Pig?
no, it's Porky J Pig. I
Some
think.
respect on it. James.
I think you just gave his
I
middle
think you
Jenkins.
did.
I think
I'm
you
like,
threw
what is
Jenkins
the
in
J
there, and I don't
stand
think
for?
that's it.
Okay, they all used to have J as a middle name, as a
It is
middle
Porky
initial.
the Pig, y'all. J Pig.
I like
Raggedy ass.
He said Porky J Pig. Wow.
Porky
So
Jenkins.
confidently too.
He's like, okay.
Yeah, see, I was being confident and cocky
And he
there.
was like, "Yup, it's good."
Yeah, J still
James.
J means the okay.
Did y'all
In
listen
Latin.
though? Did y'all listen to Jesus is King? Because I did listen to that.
No.
I did. I
That
listened
shit
to
is
a couple
actually
albums.
really beautiful. So
Yeah,
I put that one in the
beautiful.
tub and started crying. I was
I'm
like,
not interested.
Chris Rogers listens to it, and I just be in here just listening to.
it's really beautiful.
Barbara Streisand, and
So
just
I've
like,
I love that you love Barbara.
oh yeah, listen,
Oh, yeah, I was
yesterday's
watching
youth was
Eclipse
mine.
of Yentl the other day.
Papa.
Papa, do you hear me?
Yes, Papa, can you see me? Can you hear me into the windows of the night?
Yes, King.
Wow.
Barbara Joan, the
No,
Jewess.
I've been listening to Jesus
Stan.
is King. I just wasn't. And I've heard it beautiful things, but by that point, he had
beautiful.
already fully lost me.
Would you go
Yeah,
to
I
the
didn't
Sunday
listen to it
sermon?
because. Sorry,
If you had a chance to go, would you go to one of the Sunday sermons?
Absolutely not.
I don't think I.
Things.
I don't go to
They
regular.
I'll
give,
be in
they
there.
give,
What the hell am I
they
doing?
give
saved
real
now, y'all.
culty. They give real culty.
I heard that nigga selling $75 socks, and I
So
just
does
He
regular
was selling
church.
something, but he didn't pay them for a little while. I think they finally
He
got
did. They
paid, and
did
that's
sue him.
and that's why I listened to it because I was like,
did
he's not
sue
paying
him.
the choir though. That's
You know somebody that was
Regular
Now,
church
I have
is
to say
merch.
that choir is.
that's the only part I'm talking about on Jesus is King.
Oh, okay.
They have a great cover of Adele's "Easy on Me," which is.
They have a great cover of Rain. Oh my
yeah.
God, I weep.
Yeah, they do. It was great.
Hmm.
But you know, if they have churches have merch all the time, you know,
It's true.
Churches
And
be
I
expensive
don't-
as fuck all the time too.
Christian Cultural Center in Queens has Brooklyn, Queens. Yeah, they have merch.
And
Wow.
who's not there? Your girl.
TD Jakes is. I mean, if they tell you to buy, if you go to church and they tell you to buy like Bibles and tapes and stuff from the service,
doing
that's merch.
Bible is
I'm not buying it.
Listen,
I don't want
Jesus
your
merch.
calendars, your pamphlets.
I might buy some holy water and put it in my mop water, like Florida water.
No. Mm-mm.
I probably would do that. I'd be like,
No.
They selling holy
Lot
water.
floors are blessed.
I know. I probably should go get some holy
That's
water.
a problem.
You know what
There's
I've
also a
always
white
wanted.
nigga on TV who sells
I was
holy
about
water
to
late
say.
at night.
He
It's
tells
called
like,
Pat's Magic Spring Water. Or some
yep,
shit
holy
like that.
I
spring
want
water.
And that he has no neck. He's got very high shoulders, and he's got all of these ghetto ass people, white and black, thinking that they are blessed. I won the lottery because
That's how
I
the girls on
sprinkled
Instagram
Pats
be too with their Florida water and shit. Their crystals
and
in
their
pocket.
sage and their crystals. You
Shout
know I
out to
don't
the
fool with
Sable
them heifers
Collective.
I was gonna
either.
say, look like the we can buy Florida water. Handmade by women in North
I'm
Carolina.
like,
Because I'm
the way
like,
the way she be tearing down her own shit, I'm like, bitch, can I buy
I'm not
crystals
tearing
from
it
you?
down. It's just this, people think that's just gonna, change the game. It's
Yeah,
like,
and it's
hey,
not just the
good.
Not without the
crystals, it's not-
self work.
yeah, you got to
Exactly.
do the work. You can't work through your trauma through crystals and poems, kings and
Yeah.
queens,
And
royalty.
Pat's Magic Spring Water.
Maybe you can through poems if it's a form of journaling.
No, you
Nope.
sure can.
No.
You are not
What's
healing
the work
yourself
then,
through
Jay? How do we get
by
through the
being
work?
the funk in somebody's
Listen,
right
we
thigh
already
or
addressed
whatever. in their left.
journaling did nothing for Moesha. All it is was just a burn
Didn't.
book for all
It
her
didn't do nothing
heinous
for Brother to the
mental
Night.
crimes. It
Okay.
did not. It did
Darius
not.
still got on that train, or whichever
Bridge-
one of them. Or
No,
she got
Nina-
on that
Nina
train.
was wrong.
Nina got on the
Let me
train.
tell you something. Unpopular
fine.
opinion.
Drinking
Nina was the fucked up
rums.
one in that movie.
That could have been the whole episode. Hold on, wait.
Nina was the trash ass one on that movie. Okay?
They both were.
They
Let me
both
tell
were.
you
They
something.
could've
Nina was
communicated
by
better.
far more trash. Okay, let's do a reverse real
Yeah,
quick.
let's do this.
Let's
Everybody
say
needs-
Darius was
Refreshing.
like, you. I gotta head back to Philly real quick to go see my ex-fiance. I gotta see if shit can work out. So, my bad. Does that and then comes back.
Oh, no, it's fucking-
Doesn't say anything to her, and then is like, oh, all right, well, I'm gonna get with her friend. And then is with the friend at the same spots.
No,
that
she
they
came
were
back
at.
and She saw
Too, I
him with
know.
another woman.
They weren't together. He didn't do anything wrong. Sis, pick up the phone and say, hi, I'm back. I don't want to be with that human that I left you for or to go see about. We weren't in a we weren't in a relationship. I saw you with X woman. I don't know if you're dating her, but I'm here. I'm back.
Maybe her
I'm
Mercury
interested in
is
you.
not in
Well-
Virgo, and she doesn't know how to communicate.
Exactly.
What?
That-
And said you gonna go out with her man and with his man, and then get all
Yeah,
of your
fuck
feelings
that.
when the man's is trash, and you're at a party that everybody else is at, and then he still made sure she got home safely.
You're right. She
Here's-
was. But the trashiest thing was when she got with what's his name. That was the trashiest.
That was the
thing.
trash
That was
part,
when
she
it was
got-
the most.
And it was
like
because
that
it was Bill Bellamy.
Yeah, that was the worst
Yeah.
part. You're
You
right.
can't blame Bill
It was-
Bellamy. Nina went out with him, knowingly.
Yeah,
You,
Bill
listen,
Bellamy.
we have a case of too much pride and not enough shame. You know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly.
If Mama
Healthy
didn't,
dose of shade.
a healthy dose, because if Mama didn't have that much pride, she would have picked up the phone
Right.
and would have eliminated all this chaos and confusion
Right.
and rigmarole.
He'd be like, I'm just
And-
dealing with that. I don't want
Right.
that girl.
But
And
he
she
could've
should have
been-
had
he
enough
could've got some
shame.
clarity though. He could have been like, "Well, what's the? I didn't know about your ex. Like, where you go? He could
What
have."
do you mean? He didn't even know she was back. Shanti, how you supposed to get clarity?
When she told him she was
Wasn't she-
going, and she asked him, "Was it okay if she goes?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, go ahead." if
Girl,
wanna
you
do
doing that?
He could have been like, "The
Y'all ain't doing that. If your partners came to you and was like, I'm going to da 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 da, you're gonna be like,
weren't-
They
oh.
wasn't really
They were
partners
kicking
because
it
they
at
wasn't
that
Exactly. So who's really? Let's be real honest right now. Are you really gonna be like, actually, I'm developing strong feelings for you? No, you're not. You're not. Don't hold Darius to a higher standard than you hold
Oh, I
yourself.
didn't.
You are not gonna ask for clarity.
All I
You're gonna be
said
like,
was,
oh, you want to go see
poetry's
somebody? Well,
not
fuck
gonna
you
save
then.
Because it didn't save this nigga either.
It did.
What'd you say,
It
Jay?
didn't though.
She said poetry not gonna
save
save you.
That was my whole
It's
point.
not. It's not.
I'm sorry. I love
I
that
just-
movie too.
Did they
but
make
Nina-
it? Do y'all think they made it? Like, what do you think
Absolutely
happened?
not.
No,
I
50%
think
of
Nina
marriages end in
probably
divorce.
fucked it up again.
Wow.
I
Damn.
Her
did.
career took off. We could also look at this as a come up. Her career might have taken off. She became a world
She didn't live
renowned
there anymore.
black photographer, and Darius continued to do spoken word at XD's Slam Night or whatever.
Darius was not just a spoken word artist. He wrote a book. Y'all are tricky over here.
I just like riling up Antoinette.
Y'all tricky. Nina ass was taking pictures and could see everybody else but her damn self.
Oh.
I
I
just
don't
feel
know why
like
I'm so mad at the lady.
You ain't Nina.
So
we're gonna call this episode Antoinette versus Nina.
No, I don't know why I'm so mad at her.
I just
People gonna say that I'm attacking black women, so I need to stop.
Who's gonna say that?
It's just Love Jones. It's just one of those things. Like it just
Wait,
not like.
hold on. People are saying you attacking black women.
Yeah, every other week we
What did
attack
they say? I was attacking the black.
I don't know. They can't. I had to delete their comments and block them because they were coming for you. Then somebody scrolled through every one of our pictures and was tearing Shanti up with every photo, and I was like, "Let me."
What did you say, Shanti?
I don't remember. I said that
something about Beyonce. It was a Beyonce fan page.
That Lemonade was what it was because of Worson Shire, the poet that wrote everything, and then they were like.
You're a terrible mother. Your child's not learning anything. They were going in on her, and I was like, block. Yeah, it was weird because I was like, you definitely listened to the podcast.
That sounds like somebody who. No, that's somebody.
They weren't well. They had 0 posts. They followed a bunch of people and had no followers. And it was like Beyonce is life was the.
Oh,
handle.
that's somebody who runs their computer. Don't even worry about that.
Yeah, don't even worry about that. But I definitely was accused as well. It was another Beyonce thing because I said twins were tricky. And they were like, "You gonna tear down a black family, you white bitch?" And I was like, "Well, sorry,
guys."
You
said twins are tricky.
Twins can be tricky when I'm not gonna bring this up again.
We're just gonna glaze right on over this because
I'm saying, and it's not her. It's not her kids. I shouldn't talk about kids in general, but sometimes when you get twins, they're tricky. They look tricky. Twins are tricky. Like Mariah's kids are a little tricky.
I actually don't know what they look like.
You should Google it. They look tricky. They look interesting.
His kid's panning out though. Drake's son. Drake's son is panning out a little bit.
No, he is not. That baby is so albino. I'm like, what? Is he okay? Adonis. I'm rooting for Adonis.
Why is XD? Why are you giving me silly mouth right now?
Who did you Google?
Mariah Carey kids.
Yep, same.
They're tricky.
They look Latin.
But everybody is tricky at some point. Everybody's tricky at some point. Everybody goes through a tricky phase. I'm just saying twins' tricky phase sometimes lasts a little longer than others. Okay. Twins is like they're either really cute or they're just very awkward for a long time.
I'm trying to figure out who they look like.
Who? Mariah's kids?
Mm-hmm.
Don't say nothing about Mariah now.
I feel like I'm being anti-black, which brings me to the next topic. Let's move on. XD, I think that you had a really good observation when Blavity reposted you. And do you remember what it is that they reposted? What you said?
Not at all.
I love it. You said the L in Salmon is anti-black.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no! I remember I said, I know what it would have to be the R in sherbet.
Oh, was it the R in sherbet or the L in Salmon? Now I'm being racist.
I think
it's both. It's both.
Because the Irish Salmon has a lot of you niggas in a chokehold. Let me tell you something.
No, because
you won't get rid of it.
Because I said people keep saying sherbet, but I'm like, it's not sherbet, it's sherbet.
Yeah, is it really sherbet?
Sherbet.
It's sherbet. I don't think it's sherbet.
It ain't sherbet.
It's sherbet.
No.
Just the way Porky J Pig, right?
No. If you look at the dictionary now, it's been acceptable as adding the extra R, but it's actually
like how they
sherbet.
conversated into a word.
Is it really sherbet?
Yeah.
It's really sherbet.
Yeah. Sherbet.
Somebody hit the little thing where they pronounce it for you.
Okay, hold on.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Yeah, sherbet. It's British, I believe.
Of course it is. That sounds British. It's the only good thing they've ever made.
Sherbet.
Yeah.
Sherbet.
Wow. Sure.
I hate that. I hate that.
I don't like it. You are correct. That is anti-black.
No,
Yeah, it
sherbet.
is.
It's sherbet.
It is. Like, what the fuck? The
Look at her
sherbet
face.
all my damn
I
life.
never knew that.
Sherbet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me get some sherbet. That shit do sound ghetto as fuck if it's really sherbet. Let me get some sherbet. Damn. That fucked us all up.
They do.
Wow.
Not gonna front. But yeah, I was like, yeah, that's real anti-black. Like, why can't, like, that? First of all, why are we accepting the white man's grammar anyway? That's number
Exactly.
one. Number two, sherbet. Like, that sounds super, like, I don't want to eat that.
Don't even sound good to eat. No.
I mean,
Yeah.
most British things don't sound like stuff we want to eat. So we
Sticky
should
kidney
definitely-
pie.
That is
Bacon and
anti-black.
mash.
Yeah, no, I'm not into
Wow.
that.
Spotted dick. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
no.
What?
I want to eat that. Yeah, they got a dish called spotted dick. Okay, so wait, what other things do you all think is anti-black?
I think the Ellen salmon not being pronounced is anti-black. I
Not
hate
being
when people
pronounced?
pronounce it. Or
thought
being
you were gonna-
pronounced. Excuse me,
I
being
thought you were
pronounced.
gonna say Ellen. I was gonna say yeah, but no, you said
Oh,
Ellen.
Ellen
Ellen.
Fuck Ellen.
That poor lady.
I'm
still
Why
don't
she
know.
poor
I'm
lady?
surprised that
It's-
people are shocked she's the devil. She looks mean.
No.
I'm not surprised. She's got
I
that
still
dirty
don't think
chin.
she is.
She looks
Why do you,
evil.
Antoinette? How do you see the good in everybody? I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know.
like.
Especially Ellen.
You literally had a gaggle of niggas come and say, "No, that bitch is
Who
Lucifer."
said that?
And you're like, all her
Everybody.
employees.
You can look at her and see that she's not. Look how she looks
Hold
at her
on.
guests
Let's-
sometimes. The way she
let's
just be
look it
staring at her, but sometimes she just looks like.
Let me
All
go.
right.
disgusted half
Ellen
the
could be
time.
on the
Ellen
list. I think-
DeGeneres is a monster. Let's see what.
Oh
comes
my
up.
God. Well, if you Google that,
If you
it's
go
the
on
algorithms.
YouTube,
The
if you go on
algorithms are
YouTube
gonna
and
send
look
you
up-
articles that-
There's a video that says Ellen DeGeneres is a monster, and here's why.
Damn.
If you go on
She had a
YouTube and
terrible
look up
workplace.
Ellen DeGeneres attacking celebrities, like she's done really horrible things to
mean.
people.
I know
on her
that
show.
she's
it's
definitely
Andrew
put
Schultz.
people on blast that where she shouldn't.
Like,
Where she was like, I think
like-
she was trying to get Mariah to say she was pregnant on there. It was just
yeah,
like, what are
she
you
made her
doing?
drink alcohol to prove that she was pregnant.
That she was, yeah.
Or wasn't pregnant, excuse me. Then, like, she drags Kim all the time, but then Kim attacks her back because she called North stupid once, and Kim was like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
North is a genius.
Yes. And Kim
Yeah.
Kim got her together. Like, oh, bitch, hold the
I don't
fuck
think that little
on."
girl is stupid. I think she might be
Yeah.
rotten, but she's not. I don't think.
Yeah, but don't call no kid stupid. Like,
Yeah, you don't
especially
call a
you,
kid
white
stupid.
lady.
Look at that face. You don't
As
know
an
that.
aside, there is an account on Instagram, Norris Black Book.
Oh yeah,
That
Nuri's
It-
Black
or
Book.
Norris. See, my dumb ass, Norris. I
Mhm.
can't. Norris Black Book. That's anti-black. How was I supposed to know that's Norris? Whoever runs this account is brilliant. They are posting as the voice of Norris.
They probably the same people who used to do Surrey's Book. Tom Cruise and
Oh my
This-
God, what's up with Surrey?
and yeah, Surrey's
would love to
Book
know
was
where
the
they are.
original one. That was, and where is she?
Where is
I would
did
love
they
to
get
see
her?
her.
Did Scientology get her?
Probably.
Get which
Wow.
one?
Surrey.
Surrey,
Tom Cruise and
Tom Cruise and that
Nicole
lady that
Kidman.
escaped.
Oh yeah, Scientology.
Not Nicole
She's a
Kidman.
scary looking woman.
The
Now,
other
the way
lady.
that her surgery is done.
Oh,
From
Katie
Dawson's
Holmes.
Creek. Yes.
Oh, Katie Holmes.
The Scientology
Oh.
got them kids.
Yeah, I know Tom Cruise's kids got into Scientology. That's why they don't fuck with
Mm.
Nicole Kidman.
That's why they
like
don't
that.
fuck with Nicole Kidman.
But they also have a black child, and no one seems to discuss that.
Who has a black
know.
child?
Horror movie.
Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman.
They got a black son.
I thought Nicole Kidman adopted him on her own. I didn't know they did it together.
Did she? I thought it was
She's a
together.
scary
Let me-
woman. Like,
She's doing the best she
She's-
can, Shanti.
Yeah, she didn't go into it.
what you say?
So she's doing the best she can.
Wait a minute.
She just get her organic Botox, her organic fillers.
Yeah, 'cause that forehead don't move, baby. Let me tell you something. I'm looking up to
Oh
see
my
if
gosh.
she adopted this child on her own.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see.
Um,
While married, the former couple adopted a daughter, Isabella Jane Cruz, and a son, Connor Anthony Cruz, no H, anti-black, born 1995.
I like Anthony. It's from.
Well,
And it's anti-black.
you might be anti-black.
I probably am.
You
I
don't
watch
like
RuPaul's
Kendrick
Drag
Lamar,
Race.
so it's given. It's an
I
alignment.
watch RuPaul's Drag Race. That is the most anti-black show ever, man. Yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah.
because RuPaul is definitely anti-black.
Really?
It's not.
Okay? And pro-fracking.
Well, no, they've had a bunch of black queens. It's just the
Yeah.
RuPaul's
It's
not
just
very
fun.
black.
It's just fun. Are you frozen, Internet? Oh, no, you're
No.
not. We went quite a while without it cutting out. There we go. And we can end soon. We're back?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Anything else, guys? Before
Anything on the docket before we close out? Anything you all want to touch on? Anything you would have discussed this week, Antoinette?
Oh, yes.
Shanti?
No, I would really like to discuss. I have to dig deep, but I would really like to discuss this Russia-Ukraine debacle that's happening because we
Oh.
all survived a pandemic in order to face World War III. So this is
Yeah,
weighing
Abe,
heavily on
insert
me.
war, the song War.
My shit.
War!
good God, y'all, what
but no.
is it good for? A
I
lot
think
of things.
the next time when I know it's a joint episode, but Around the Way Curls, get ready because we definitely got a big politics as usual back because we got to talk
Well,
about that.
We never talk about politics on our show, so please hip our people. And
Bitch, I just said I need to do more research. What?
Oh,
that was anti-black.
Yeah. The reason why we don't do politics on this show is because we can't say what we truly want to say. Because
Yeah.
Why
last time
not?
we did, last time we did, Abe cut it out and told us not to do it anymore. So
What were you guys talking about?
I can't even imagine what y'all said.
yeah.
can't even
Abe
bring up the
said.
topic?
I don't
Abe
know
said
what
You
we
told
can't
people
say
not to
that.
vote?
No.
No.
We
Lord.
said that certain
Oh,
politicians.
don't say it again.
Well, I'm cleaning it up.
Okay.
We said that certain people in government should no longer be
Oh, damn.
Say less.
on this plane.
Some people gotta die off.
Yeah,
Sometimes
so-
we gotta wait for
Oh.
people to die
yeah.
off.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
you know,
we
I
named names and stuff.
Oh, that's dangerous.
And so
Oh,
Abe
is it?
said no.
Good for Abe. Is Abe white?
half.
Shout out to that white king.
Yeah, half. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
half? Abe!
Yeah.
Hi!
It's like, what's the other half? What's the other half?
Nicaraguan, I believe.
Abraham! Oh, God, I can't stand it.
Yeah. But if that's it, do we have anything else, guys? No? Yes? No?
No, we don't have
No.
anything. We just love sharing space
Thank you.
with you
Also,
two.
always.
Yeah.
What just a brilliant duo, dynamic duo, making this happen remote. And we want to thank you for XD. Y'all came over my house once and showed me how to edit. Came over
Yeah.
to show my stinking raggedy ass how to edit our raggedy podcast. It's people like that.
And
So
look
I
at
just
y'all
wanted to
on
know.
the stage of the Ritz picnic.
Threats.
Okay?
Yeah.
Podcast is not raggedy. Speak
Yeah.
positivity
It's not.
into
No, it's
yourself,
raggedy in
please.
the best of ways. We're doing our thug
That's
this over
you
here.
wanna
The
talk about
content is
raggedy.
there. The content is there. And Jade, I want to thank that
We are
queen.
a station wagon, okay?
Okay?
That's a station
Our
wagon.
hymns don't be
Yes.
them, nigga.
No, dead ass though. Thank y'all so much because Jade, my many phone calls about technology and everything else. You two are very much appreciated.
You hear that, XD? She'd be asking me questions about technology.
And she'd be like, hold on, let me text XD.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for being on with us. Just as a couple of reminders, go subscribe to Around the Way Curls on anywhere and everywhere you can get your podcast, as well as subscribe to their Patreon. And as a reminder, this weekend is a big Negro History Weekend with Jade and XD, starting with Building Negronia on Twitter on Friday night. Check your socials for when that will start. It will probably be 7 p.m. Eastern. As well as Saturday night, I'm assuming 7 p.m. Eastern, Jade, on Saturday for Charm School. You can only get that through Patreon. And Family Game Night Extravaganza. It is an hour-long game show starring Jade and myself with teams. So Team XD is Asante, Carrie, and I, and Team Jade is Dr. Kia and Latoya. So hosted by Chris Rogers. It's a good time, trust me.
It's a good time. You're welcome through.
And it looks very nice, I will say, from what I've seen of it. So, yeah, until then, guys, happy Negro History Month, and we'll see you all next time.
365.
Bye. Stop your Zooms. Okay, everybody here on Patreon, thank you for watching the video version of this podcast along with Around the Way Curls. Subscribe to them, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.